Boris Johnson is set to delay plans to lift England's remaining COVID restrictions. The UK Prime Minister is expected to extend limits for up to 4 weeks. The decision comes amid a surge in infections linked to the Delta variant. UK cases of the strain, first identified in India, have more than tripled in a week. Bloomberg senior pharmaceutical analyst Sam Fazeli is with us this morning. Good morning to you, Sam. And this is now the dominant strain here in the UK, isn't it? The Delta variant. There's been a lot of talk over the weekend about extending the measures that are still in place, and we have had a lot of lifting of lockdown measures, but we still have some measures in place. A lot of talk about extending that for maybe another month. Would another month make a material amount of difference to the number of second doses we've managed to give to the over 50s? Is that the crucial thing to watch?
Oh, sure. And I have to say, I don't think it's the over 50s. I think it's adults that we have to think about.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're at 56 and change percent in terms of the fully vaccinated. It takes 14 days. So I would rather see something like we'll review in 4 weeks, not that we will release in 4 weeks. So because you just have to see the data.
OK, Mark, come in.
Sam, good morning. I read your excellent Q&A last week about why the Delta variant is so scary, and it made me kind of really depressed. But can you explain to viewers why it is the worst variant so far?
Sure. So we have a variant that's, again, more transmissible than the one that we had before, which was already more transmissible. So we're nearly now double the transmission rate of the original variant that we had, virus that we had. It appears to be causing a meaningful jump in the risk of hospitalization if you've been infected. And another thing that I've learned over the weekend is that it's presenting in a lot of the young people who are catching it with a mild form that feels like a cold, as opposed to lots of sense of smell and lots of cough. So that actually, I think, might create a situation where folks will be thinking, well, I've just got a cold, it doesn't matter, and that risks more transmission.
So that makes it perhaps difficult to identify. What do we know about where else it is present then, Sam? Because clearly the UK, it's now dominant, as we said, but there are small amounts of this in other countries. I'm thinking about parts of continental Europe and the United States. What do we know about its chances of picking up there?
Well, the US is already at about 10%. And unfortunately, if that's the case, it's going to go roughly doubling every couple of weeks. And it's taking over just as it's done in the UK from the Alpha variant. And there are seeds of it across the European Union. So it's everywhere, like the virus does. It gets everywhere.
And it has the chance then of delaying reopening plans in other places, or is that just comes down to politics?
It comes down to politics, and it also comes down to the way that they're reopening. So, for instance, some of in France, I'm pretty close to that story, they have reopened indoors, but only at 50% capacity, not like here. That's one of the things I'm worried about the UK, that we've perhaps even the last step was a little too far for this variant.